Archie! Archie! Hurry! Save us, Archie!
Are these the rebels?
One group of them, sir. They have no strength to resist any longer.
But the leaders are still alive. There's no time now. Join the troops intercepting the ruffians.
Listen. A ruffian swarm is approaching your position. I've also confirmed Radon's location.
Didn't I tell you? Make me the bait, and Radon will come to feast. Radon is jealous of me. I took you for myself.
I have chosen you.
Group. They've all been killed.
Archie? Did you see them? Cold-blooded killers. Even if we steal the damn transport, it won't mean anything if there's no one to ride in it.
Relax, Iron. Wake's hockey. They've put their faith in us. We must try to help the others.
That's only if the soldiers hit the ruffians like we expected.
Not expected. As I predicted. Now we'll have a good window. Soon, it will all begin.
Hey there cats, good time of the day to you and thank you for tuning in on my channel. You know, I've been playing a lot of old games recently. Since I do not see much good games in the present, I turn my sight into the past, and so I've been playing games like Demolition Racer, Demolition Derby, no, Destruction Derby Raw and Demolition Racer, yeah, that's right, and Fallen Haven and Fallen Haven Liberation Day, and a lot of other games, really, like, I don't know, I quickly forgot their names for whatever reason. Oh, Ready to Rumble, yeah, I've played that as well, and all those games, you know, they're like good games and mediocre games and just the games that could, you know, give you 2 or 3 good evenings or you know, the games you could relax with, you know, nothing serious. I mean, they are good games, no doubt. All the games are named are reasonably good for their own reasons. But that's about it. They're good and that's about it, yeah. While this game I'm playing now, it is named Sin and Punishment, and it is not just good, it is an amazing game. And that's why I've decided to record the playthrough, because this game's simply amazing. I mean, I still don't know what I should do with my YouTube channel, I just upload stuff, but one of the things I want to do is to kinda, you know, help people discover cool stuff. So this is one of the definitely good, cool games which I want people to know about, because I rarely say this, but this game is like extremely underrated, like criminally underrated. I mean, I usually say that stuff is overrated. There are overrated games, overrated movies, overrated books. They're all around us. People tend to overrate things a lot, in my opinion. Now, this game is underrated, like criminally underrated, and I say this so rarely, I don't even know how to, you know, how to present it to you correctly, because it's just, despite all its flaws, it's just that good. You see, this game was released by Nintendo for Japan only, and it was never released in US, so this game went largely unnoticed. And man, it shouldn't be like this. People should know about this game, because this is a game you should play. You definitely should try it. And now let's watch another cutscene and I'll continue with my thoughts.
Saki! Oh, Saki! Good morning, Saki.
Good morning, Iron.
Come on, we've got work to do.
Let's go.
So, first of all, let's talk about those cutscenes, I think. I mean, you're probably seeing them, hearing them, and you think that... What the hell is going on? I don't understand the thing. Yeah, because that's how this game is kind of presented to the player. It doesn't give us much. You just, you just into this world. You just thrown into this world without any, any forward or something. You're just a guest here, and you don't really understand what is going on for whatever reason, and what you got to do, and who are you fighting against. You probably don't understand a thing, and the same happened to me. I mean, on my first playthrough, I didn't understand a thing. I mean, there was probably a manual which came with the original game, because this was the age of physical copies, and you probably remember those days when the games came packaged with CD discs, and most of the games had manuals. And for a lot of these games, manuals contained tremendous amount of the information about, about the background of the game, about the world and stuff. So I can only, guess that the cartridge for the Nintendo 64, because this game was a Nintendo 64 exclusive, came with a, extensive manual. But as you might have guessed, I do not have a physical copy of this game, and given that I'm broke as hell, it's unlikely I'll get it ever soon. So yeah, I've just had to watch the cutscenes, and what's cool about it? This game actually managed to tell the story through the cutscenes alone. The only thing I didn't understand by the end of the first two playthrough is who the hell ruffians are. Now, this is Crab Simmer, and I've just decided that the ruffians are kind of mutants. That's why they named Crab Simmer and Centipede Simmer and all that stuff enters the name of the animal Simmer. So I've just decided they're mutants, and I still think they're mutants, actually. I mean, I've turned to Wikipedia, and Wikipedia actually said that the world of the game suffered famine, so the ruffians are kinda genetically engineered animals through which the humans hoped to, restore their food supplies. So yeah, so those... So yeah, they're kind of cattle. They're just cattle, genetically engineered, mutated cattle, which kind of works, with my theory that they're just mutants, but there's just one more little thing which doesn't really fit in the theory. I'll tell you about it after this little cutscene.
Come on, quick, into Shinjuku Station.
Hurry! The ruffian swarm has started attacking! There! That should get the elevator moving.
You think they're onto us?
Maybe, but they're probably more worried about the ruffians.
I hear voices up above.
I'll check it out. Just keep the elevator moving. Top!
And so, thing is, on the last stage of the game there will be a man Simmer, which, as far as I understood, is a mutated human, a human ruffian. And I doubt that the famine was that bad, so they've had to actually make ruffians out of humans. So either the mutation went out of control, or Wikipedia kinda, lies to you a bit and there's something else going on. Because, Wikipedia actually can mistake. Wikipedia, whatever. It is not your guaranteed information source. Yeah, do not trust Wikipedia, boys and girls. Do not trust Wikipedia. So, yeah, all in all, who the ruffians are is still kind of a mystery to me. But that's about the only thing that I didn't understood through the cutscenes, which is amazing. This game didn't have to employ the modern and I found it a little bit, you know, bad concept of telling the story through the collectibles. This game actually managed to tell the story through the cutscenes, despite the fact that cutscenes are, you know, not that good, let's put it this way. It looks like guys at Nintendo wrote the original text in Japanese and then translated it on English with the 2000 edition of Google Translator, which was far from very good. I mean, it is not that great now, and it definitely wasn't that great back in the year 2000. So yeah, that's you know, I mean, if you think my English is this bad, just listen to those cutscenes. Plus, from time to time, it looks like the voice actors they've hired just do not give a fuck about what the fuck they're saying. I mean, they are voice actors, but they do not try to act. And yeah, this kinda a downside.
Transport. Iron, take the controls.
Hurry, Stocky! Whoa! Hold on! Down, damn it! Fall down, you stupid beast!
Yeah, and it really doesn't help that the graphics are kinda outdated. And I'm not a guy who, you know, thinks that graphics should be, you know, in 4K, flawless, you know, flawless, I don't know how to put it, whatever. I'm not paying much attention to the graphics, but a lot of early 3D games, they really do age bad. But for this game is kinda justified, because this game would be a lot different if it wouldn't be in 3D. So yeah, this is probably the only option the guys at Nintendo had. Yet still, you know, like if you play games like Vigilante 8, they still look better today than this game looks today. But either way,
My research materials. How could you?
So you're the leader of these killers.
Katua, stop. He's one of the rebels.
Let me take him. He's only human. Now's our chance to test the power of the blood you gave me.
But either way, despite all these flaws, the cutscenes do tell the story they were intended to tell to you. And well, I guess that's about it when it comes to the story. I think I should mention that both the story and the game are very Japanese, and yeah, as you probably know, in Japan people come kind of with a different kind of creativity, with kind of crazy creativity which doesn't always work. Well, at least for me. People may like it, but I find it, you know, dubious from time to time. So yeah, what I mean about that is that this game has all your typical kinda, how to put it correctly, starter pack, I don't know, Japanese stuff starter pack.
Get bonus. what you've got.
So, Archie and our friends have it in them too? If he's got Archie's blood in him, then what in the world is he? Kachua? Don't fight, Kachua. Wait for me. Can you no longer hear me?
Yeah, Japanese story starter pack, so to say. It has gunblades, it has little girls with incredible, magical, I suppose, powers. And right now you are witnessing Bio Gundams, and the whole Japan has been literally drawn in blood for whatever reason. And yeah, if this is not your stuff, I perfectly understand you, because it is not my kind of stuff as well. But this time you probably should sit through it. First of all, because the story, after all, is pretty entertaining, I'll give it that. It is not your typical Japanese story after all. It has its own bit of creativity, so it's not all by the book of anime, I suppose, something like that. And the second reason, probably the main one, the gameplay of the game is just that good. Now, what you're seeing on the screen right now is actually a two-player gameplay. I am only responsible for the controls of the character's movement, while my friend does all the shooting. And while you may think that this is how we've configured our emulator, which we could do definitely, actually this is the way the game was intended to be played by two players by the developers. I mean it, if you've had Nintendo 64 with two gamepads, that's exactly how the game should have been played by two players. That's how it's done. And while this may sound a little bit awkward, I'll say you that the whole game is pretty conceptual. It has several very interesting concepts which never, which never made it onto the AAA level, so to say.
We can't go near him yet.
Is that Saki?
Can't change him back, okay? Just not now.
We're the only ones left. Everyone else is dead.
Damn it!
I understand your feelings, Brad. Kachua was a good match for you, both militarily and emotionally. But I can't lose you too. Retreat. There's no hope for Japan.
There's an enemy out there, a monster. I won't let it run free.
Thinking of revenge?
I lost Kachua. Now it's Archie's turn to lose something.
Hachu is gone. Think of the living, like me.
Radon, Kachua, the women I passed my blood to, how could they? Archie, I'm going to show the world how weak your beast really is.
This is the safest spot. It's the armed volunteer ship.
Attention, attention. Our defense of Tokyo has failed, but we shall remain in Japan to battle this new beast.
Beast?
Its target is a ruffian lair in Hokkaido. By eating ruffians, it will strengthen us. By assimilating them, it will threaten humanity. Radon's tragedy can't be repeated. As your commander, I urge you to find the courage to engage this beast.
Him! So he's their commander!
And yeah, the fact is, despite said concepts have never made it onto the AAA level, these concepts, well, most of them, they do work. I've especially liked the concept of the last level, which you will see soon enough, if you'll stay with this video. And thing there is, the last level kinda turns into a Contra-like 2.5D shooter. And it's pretty cool, you know, it's still a rail shooter, but there you control the character yourself, and yeah, it's really a lot like Contra. And man, I mean, today people are kind of afraid of the concepts unless they're making an indie game and they are willing to risk it. But back in the day there were quite a lot of games like this, but most of them are well known. This game is mostly unknown, which is why you should definitely try it. As far as I know, nothing have been made quite like it. I mean, I know there was a sequel to this game on Nintendo Wii. Unfortunately, I haven't played it yet, so I'm not sure how true that sequel stayed to its roots. I will definitely try to launch it on my Wii emulator, at least. Well, I hope it will happen soon enough, let's put it this way, yeah. But all in all, so far this game is, you know, one and only in its own kind of, in its own kind of, you know, genre or something, you know. This game is, yeah, it's all about itself. I don't know how to say it, you know. It's just really special. And if you'll try it, I'm pretty much sure that it will get you. It will get you. I'm telling you, it will just capture you, captivate you, something like that, hypnotize you. I don't know. I mean, the gameplay is just that good. And all in all, the game lasts about, well, there are 3 difficulty levels, and let me tell you that difficulty levels do not really unlock anything. There are no secret endings, and there are no any secret levels or stuff. Difficulty levels are just that, they're difficulty levels, they improve the game difficulty. All the story, all the cutscenes, all the stuff you can get it on easy. The only thing difficulty levels unlock is the fact that they unlock several things and options. Like if you'll complete the game on easy, you will unlock the option to turn off subtitles in the cutscenes. Pretty weird thing to unlock with a difficulty level, but that's definitely better than secret endings and stuff, in my opinion. I've never liked that you have to pass the game on hard, no death, no damage mode in order to unlock something related to the story. I guess this just sucks. And this game doesn't have anything like this, yet still you will most likely want to complete the game on all the difficulty levels, especially since the hard level is only unlocked after you complete it on medium difficulty. And what can I say now? The game takes about an hour and a half to complete on easy difficulty level and about as much on medium level, and on the hard difficulty level it will take you about 4 or 5 hours to complete. You've probably noticed it, but this video has a lot of cuts, montage cuts. Well, not a lot, but so far just 2. And if you haven't noticed them until now, you will definitely notice them on that last conceptual Contra-like level, because it is definitely that hard. And this video only lasts about an hour and a half, because we've played this game very, you know, very recklessly, very unprofessional, casually, and this video only lasts about an hour and a half because I've montaged out all the deaths. Damn it. Screw you, English language. Oh yeah. So yeah, it will take you about 4 hours to complete the game on hard, but that's not just, you know, but this game will take about 4 hours to complete on hard, and that's without save states, by the way. Yeah, because we've completed this game on hard for 4 hours only because we were using save states on our Nintendo 64 emulator. Without save states, this game will probably take you a week or so to master it and complete on hard. Well, and yeah, that of course depends on how often do you play games like this, but with save states, yeah, about 4 hours. So for all the 3 difficulty levels, this game will probably give you about 3 pretty cool evenings, or probably 1 day of your weekend to spend near the TV, and yeah, probably with your friend, because as I've said, it's pretty cool 2-player experience. And what else can I say to it? I really recommend you to complete all difficulty levels. Yeah, that's what I want to say. You probably can skip the easy level if you do not want it, but all in all, it's better to start with easy level because the game is, you know, kind of special. There are not a lot of shooters like this, and Wikipedia told me they are actually called Cabal shooters, named after the game. Appropriately named Cabal, yeah. So these Cabal shooters, they're pretty specific, as you got to control both the character movement and the character's aim. And I assume not many of you people played games like this. I've never played them, and so I assume you'd start with easy difficulty level.
You could have just teleported, Frick.
Idiots! Don't you realize how dangerous teleporting is?
They're dangerous! They're about to kill me!
These enemies outmatch you, Leda. They're all that remain of Achi and her followers. It's quite possible that the girl has inherited Achi's blood. This time I will face them. You must stay back.
Well, Commander, now I'll avenge my friends.
The pleasure will be all mine.
So yeah, I think you should definitely start with easy difficulty, get used to controls, to mechanics and all that stuff. And then, if you'd like to play this game for real, you should go on to the master difficulty. Then you should switch onto the medium level and, you know, just play the game as it was intended to play. And then, if you would like to completely master this game, you should play on hard. And I really think you should play on hard, because that's where the gameplay shines, truly shines.
He also had strange powers.
Strange powers indeed. It seems Achi has taught you nothing. My powers were given to me by Achi. Achi passed her blood to me. The same goes for that kid who transformed into the beast.
Saki is nothing like you. I never thought you'd try to make friends by passing your blood. Perhaps not friends. Perhaps research for your transformation. Change can be a scary thing when you don't know how to change back. Iran, do you want to change Saki back into a human?
Watch out! All fighters away from the flagship.
What? The floor!
If they attack Saki from the air, then we'll need this.
What the? All fighters break apart.
Alright, before I'll go on, I think I should repeat that I'm using save states extensively, because I'm a casual player, and I'm truly not sure if I'll be able to complete this game without save states on hard difficulty, but with save states, the hard level of difficulty was just what I wanted to do. And yeah, I do not often do it, but yeah, as I've said, it really shines on the hard difficulty level, and let me tell you why. Thing is, correct me if I'm wrong, but the modern games I've played, they do the hard level of difficulty in a kind of lazy way, like they usually just ramp up the damage of your enemies and call it a day. So it's kind of becoming a no-hit challenge, and while it is kind of testing your skill in its own way, I feel like it is a lazy way to do. I mean, everyone can misclick, and so yeah, that's about it. A misclick shouldn't punish you with a tremendous amount of damage. It's just not the way it should work, in my opinion. Now, this game, it does this thing correctly. The amount of damage the enemies do to you is, well, if not the same, it is mostly the same, because it is not that noticeable if there is a change in the damage the enemies do to you. But the thing this game changed, it changed the sole amount of enemies and several core mechanics in the bosses. Some bosses just do their attacks faster, and some bosses even get completely new attacks. And all this stuff is extremely satisfying. I mean, I feel this is like you should do hard levels of difficulty. After all, even if, you know, I don't know, even if you won't be able to, say, complete all this stuff, I don't know, well, how to put it, I don't know. Let's start again. No, forget about even, you know, I'll tell this. Oh yeah, that's it. I found the right word. I found the right words, goddammit. I got so excited I've started stuttering. So even if you are not a big fan of hard levels of difficulty, it is just interesting to see what else this boss can throw at you. That's why it's so cool. I mean, I was really interested to see what else some of these guys can throw at me when I realized between easy and medium difficulty that these guys got new attacks. And as far as I remember, Mother Crow, which you will see in 5 or 10 minutes, simply was not present at easy level of difficulty. It only appeared on medium, and I kinda hope that it will be, you know, not the only boss that will do it this way, that there will be some other additional boss on hard level of difficulty. It didn't happen, unfortunately, but yeah, still, it is cool. It is cool that at least one boss is doing this thing, and by the way, Mother Crow is amazing. I love Mother Crow. It's a cool boss. And overall, these new mechanics, this increased speed of the old mechanics, this is something that really tests your skill overall and doesn't just, you know, punish you for an accidental misclick. You have to dodge stuff, you have to do stuff, and you have to master the mechanics on hard difficulty, like, truly do it. By the way, this raptor steamer is one of several bosses that actually fly away if you won't kill them. And this is probably the hardest one to kill, but here we go, we've got him. Yeah, there are several bosses which you do not have to kill, they're not mandatory, you just kinda sit through them and they will fly away. But yeah, this is just a nice little addition. You know, it feels lively that you do not have to kill every named thing on the screen, even though they're kinda more of exception. They still add to the overall feeling, you know, that not everything is out here to get you. They fought you, they got on their own way after all. Yeah. So what else can I say? Ooh, I don't know. I think I've told you everything I've wanted to tell, so I think I will concentrate on the game. All in all, I only think I should mention that I will, and at this moment you will be able to find it, of course, a link in the description which should lead to the configuration files. Let's say it, configuration screenshots. Let's call them this way, which will show you the settings I've used in my Project 64 to launch this game with the quality you can see on the screen. Without artifacts, without any noticeable, I don't know how to say it, any noticeable stuttering, any noticeable lags, yeah, something like that. So this will be in the description. And what else can I say? Is there anything else I wanted to say? No, I believe there isn't. Well, if I'll remember something, I'll definitely say it to you people. Oh, and all in all now, this sentry machinery, this one of the hard bosses. This level is actually really hard with this level with the ships. I mean, this game only has like officially 3 levels, and maybe you can actually split them into 4 levels, I suppose. And aside from the tutorial level, which the game I suppose calls level 0, you know, that one small scene in the Saki's dream, and aside from the very first level in the city, these levels are all pretty hard, especially of course on the hard level of difficulty. And yeah, they make you actually sweat on them, you know, because they are damn hard. I especially hate this moment, by the way. It just also crazy upside down something going on, and there is explosions and stuff, and the targets are so small. Even though I'm not the one who does the shooting, it's still very, you know, annoying to avoid all the stuff that the game throws at you. Oh man. All in all, you gotta destroy as much stuff as you can, because this will give you additional time, additional life, additional bonuses. Well, I guess nobody really cares about the score, but yeah, it will give you additional score as well. And by the way, if the time will run out, it is not an instant game over, but you will get your life depleted with every additional second that is past the timer. So it is kinda you will slowly die if the timer is depleted, but you will get your chance to grab an additional time. So all in all, let's put it this way: if the time will run out, it is not a fatal thing, but it is very uncomfortable thing. Like, it is not an instantly fatal thing, yeah. Oh, here comes Mother Crow, and boy, I love this thing. It looks like something straight out of Ace Combat, and I just love this thing. I don't know why, but this mechanism is so pretty looking one, and its name, Mother Crow, it looks just something very appropriate for the huge aircraft that keeps like spitting out infinite amount of fighter planes. And boy, it looks so good, it is almost a shame we have to destroy it. Oh boy, Mother Crow, this is definitely my favorite one in this level. Here comes several more Gundams. I don't know, Transformer robots, how to call them, whatever. And they're gone. Oh, a cutscene. Finally I can stop talking.
Him?
Here we go. You will get us through this crisis.
Oh, cats, we got this one, how to say it? This one saying in Russian language, and it goes like «пиздеть не мешки ворочать». To roughly translate it, it will sound like "to talk is not to load crates," something like that. So what I want to say you is, whoever told this is a motherfucker and should try to speak with his mic for an hour and a half straight! Because to talk for that long is really damn hard. Every time I'm recording these videos, this commentary, I have a throat ache. My throat really hurts, people. I'm not used to talking that long, and it really hurts. I feel that pain and stuff, and oh boy, I mean, it's really hard for me. And yeah, so yeah, another cutscene. I'll just let myself rest a bit. Stay tuned.
Look at them! They can't even escape! They're crying! They're crying Brad's name! The armed volunteers are extinct! You're all alone now. Come back to me if you want, or would you rather transform for one last feeble gasp?
Is he dead?
In a final bit of word justice, he just wanted the world to see him fight the ruffians and Saki. To humans, our power is an object of either hostility or worship. I guess Brad just didn't want to be hated by mankind.
Is that the U.S. Army?
No, the weapons maker that backed Brad sent that in.
Alright, here comes this nuclear satellite thing. We've actually completed it without, intermediate saving, something like that. We've actually managed to complete the thing, in one try. Of course, not from the first try, but in one try, all in all. Just, watch those hits, they will go up and up. And yeah, I think it is quite an achievement because, as I've said, we are playing on hard difficulty, and every boss which you've managed to destroy on hard, or without continuous, I mean, every boss you've managed to sit through in one try is kind of an achievement to me. And yeah, I guess I can call this thing a boss, all in all. And by the way, this is one of the few things that you will not destroy on your small journey. I mean, you will damage it, yeah, sure, but I guess the thing will stay in the air, and it will actually manage to launch its nuclear missile or something like that. But you still get to fight it, and you have to survive it, because that's how this game works. And this is probably the hardest moment. Oh boy. Well, the thing that will come after this moment is actually pretty hard as well, but I'm not sure which one is the hardest. Let's say this moment is pretty close to being the hardest. Oh boy. Oh boy, no, come on, shoot it down. Alright, right now. Survived. Good. Oh man. And here comes the last moment. And yes, it is pretty hard as well. Damn it! Ah, I still don't know how to dodge it. I am the legs of the character, and every time we are getting here, I just hope we will have enough lives to get through it. Oh boy.
That's targeting Saki!
Oh yeah, one more thing about the gameplay I should mention. This game actually has auto-aim, like most console games do, which is probably useful when you are playing alone, but even though it may sound useful, and it is probably useful, all in all, you better forget about it, because this boss is unkillable with auto-aim, and I'll explain why in a moment. Just let me kill this, well, boss, nuclear missile thing. Yeah, it is actually a boss, I think, yeah. Yeah, I'll get back onto the theme after the cutscene.
We're still too early. Just exposing a weakness would be bad.
Is it safe to approach him?
We're just little insects to Saki. He won't bother us.
Hurry up and change him back to human form.
Saki's just forgetting his human heart.
I'll believe it when I see it.
To return Saki to human form, you must enter Saki's body and recover his humanity. I will open Saki's chest. You call to his heart. Tell him everything. Thoughts, memories, hopes, dreams. As long as he wants to be with you, he can accept his humanity.
Stop it! How can we do that?
First, we must put Saki to sleep.
No! We can't do it!
Just fire at Saki's forehead.
Liar! False savior!
Suit Saki.
Shut up!
Do you want Saki to stay this way?
Shut up! Huh?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll stop crying.
Where am I? On a train? A subway? Oh, I teleported. This is Achi's work. But why? Hey, you.
Hey,
Do
you!
you know where we are?
We're on Long Island, aren't we?
Long Island? New York? America? Achi! Where are you? Why did you do this to me? Get back!
So yeah, as I've said, there is an F to aim function and it may sound useful for one player, but you'd better forget about it. And thing is, why? Because after aim does much less damage, and that boss, Polestar, which we've just fought, the nuclear bomb boss, it is unkillable with after aim. Simply unkillable. You won't be able to pass it. Well, probably you will if you will be tremendously lucky. But yeah, all in all, it is just that easy without after aim. And
I've never heard of ruffians invading America.
Mommy, are the monsters gone?
Could you not call me Mommy? Is this train out of control? I'm going to the lead car. Follow me.
sorry, sudden cutscene. So yeah, that boss is almost unkillable with after aim. And he's not the only one. These bosses are much easier without after aim, but thing is, you will have to aim for yourself, and you will have to aim using analog sticks, which is well, you probably can try and set up a mouse into the Project 64, but I'll just say good luck with that, because the mouse and the emulators, they do not really, they do not really like each other. I mean, every time I've tried set up a mouse in an emulator, it kind of worked, but the experience was really funky. It's just not the way the mouse should work. It's just so weird. Every time I've decided I should rather play, with an analog stick. And that's why this game becomes much more easier when you play with two players. I mean, my friend actually said it is not that hard when you're playing it single player, and it is pretty easy to control both the aiming and the running of the character. But in my opinion, the game is much easier when you control only aiming or only walking. Well, maybe my friend is just more used to shooters and beat-em-ups, yeah. It is still that friend who is much better than I, yeah. I'm playing all this game with one friend, well, of course, aside from the game where I record 3 or 4 player playthrough, but let's say this friend I'm talking about, he's my, main partner, so to say, main teammate, something like that, MVP, something like that, okay? Yeah, and he's just that good, and I find the game as a casual beat-em-up, shoot-em-up player, I find the game much easier with, with two players, when you control only legs or only shootings, even though this makes your character like schizophrenic or something, like I mean, this makes, I don't know, it's like, imagine yourself being like controlled by two separate entities. One of these said entities is controlling your arms and the other one controls your legs. Yeah, weird stuff. But I guess it's fairly normal for anime and characters, no?
Ruffians everywhere. They're There's no end to them.
By the way, this TV is named Zoni.
2017? 10 years in the future? Saki!
Pay attention to the top. Zoni. Telling ya.
No, this isn't the future. Is it a warning to me? A prediction? You. What's your name?
Issa Amamaya. I can even write it in kanji.
Issa, huh? I'll remember that. We don't belong in this future, Issa. Let's go.
So yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, 2 players. Yeah. It's still much easier with 2 players. But yeah, you can always try it solo. Good luck to you. I mean, you gotta be skilled. In my opinion, you gotta be really skilled to complete this game in solo, especially in hard difficulty. But I made a mistake, and once again, use emulators, use save states. Seriously, emulators are just that better. Out of things I can't really understand is why people are using original consoles for the games which can be emulated. Emulated pretty accurately and, you know, playably, something like that. I mean, there are games that can be emulated, like Vigilante 8 on Nintendo 64, which has the best version out of all the Vigilante 8s. Unfortunately, on this day, still can't be emulated, and yeah, for Vigilante 8 you have to use Nintendo 64, original one. But for the other games, like Sin and Punishment, why won't you use an emulator? I don't know. Yeah, you definitely should. By the way, that boss, Mol Seamer, we didn't kill him, but even if we'd kill him, this is the other boss which is pretty much unkillable. I mean, aside from that satellite thing. Mol Seamer always runs away. Even if you'll get his health points to 0, it will simply give you several bonuses, but you won't get any death animation. The animation is the same. It will run away. Unfortunately, yes, because I'm trying to kill them all. And I've tried to kill them all. And my friend tried to kill them all. And yeah, Mol Seamer is unkillable. Oh boy. Oh, now this is probably one of the hardest bosses in the whole game. And on the hard level of difficulty, it becomes just... oh boy. It becomes just really, really fast. And this second stage of this boss, as far as I remember, it is not present on easy difficulty. That's probably why you should start with easy to get used to mechanics, and then you should start with medium to get used to all the additional mechanics, and then you will finally be able to perfect all those mechanics on hard difficulty. Oh man. Now this boss is really annoying. There are not much bosses which can use this sword in this game, but this boss is really annoying. I mean, it is really fast and you have to repeat all the same thing again and again and again. Boy, I hate this birth model. This is probably the only boss in this game which I truly hate.
Saki?
That's right, I've taken this form for you. We're in Achi's vision. Have you chosen your future?
Papa!
Shh, don't go having a child. This is no future for children.
You're wrong. Issa will live in a different future. Somewhere there's a future where I am your wife, Issa is your son, and you are human.
Are you and Papa fighting?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you think of your mommy?
Mommy's scary. But Mommy's nice. Issa loves you, Mommy.
And I love you, Issa. That's why I know we'll see each other again. You just used the child.
I thought I should show you at least once. We've only just finished the anesthesia. Now then. That's enough cutting. I'll do the rest.
About Saki and Brad, just what is your objective?
My real enemies are very far away. Powerful enemies that have been fighting since long ago. Soon I'll end it with them, but I can't win with your current powers. This has all been mere training, simulation of a global war.
You're crazy. You ruin Tokyo, will you destroy the world too?
Don't worry, you'll all live in a different world. Now I need a reason for an even bigger war. It will be Saki who uses his powers to bring that war to an end. He'll be feared, respected, his very figure a symbol of command.
Was Brad the same?
We had the same ultimate objective. Once he knew what the blood meant, his own plans took shape. He bred ruffians with his blood, writing and acting in his own war. He rushed to beat me to it. But I'm not impatient. Saki has grown more
Powerful as a human. Saki, wake up! Open yourself to Iron's heart. Take back your own feelings. They teleported? Do they think they can escape me?
Ruffians? I've got to fight them.
Saki!
Just imagine that ass in HD.
Good morning, Iron. Look out! Get back!
Oh yeah, pardon me. Oh, I should have stayed shut probably, but you know, that's why I'm trying not to talk during the cutscenes. Once I've got the grasp of the story from these cutscenes, I can't stop making cheap jokes about them. They're pretty bad after all, and once again the graphics didn't age well this time, didn't age well at all. But you know what's cool? Despite all these flaws, they do not matter in the slightest. I mean, the game is just that good, and Nintendo managed to create the game that is truly, undoubtedly enjoyable despite all the flaws in the cutscenes, despite all the flaws in the graphics. The gameplay is cool and the story is a really nice addition to it despite how crazy and Japanese it is. It just works and it drags you onto a nice and enjoyable adventure which will give you, as I've already told once, several pleasant evenings or maybe one good day of your weekend, and that's just what we need these days from the games, right? I mean, out of all those services, like they like to call it nowadays, filled with loot boxes and stuff, it's nice to have just a little adventure, you know? Oh boy. And that's what we have here. That's what we have here. Just a little cool adventure, but yeah. So, what else can I add? I'm not sure. I just hope you really get the grasp of that story I'm trying to show you in the cutscenes, because it can, through that English translation they've got in the end, it can be kinda difficult to grab onto it, but I guess all in all it's pretty understandable. Oh boy, here comes a spider boss. Now, these 2 points, they can all be grabbed with a dash like this one. Yeah, I've actually managed to do it. I've only managed to do it like on my 3rd or 4th playthrough for the first time. I've always forgot to dash at that moment. But I finally remembered how I have... finally learned how I should do it. And I've done it in this playthrough, which is pretty cool. Alright. And yeah, you know, it's kind of funny to play as a character with a schizophrenia or something, because just imagine that you'll have to ask your legs to go over there, like, legs, please, I need to go over there now. And your legs are like, okay, I'm moving. Because that's what happens from time to time when you are playing with your friend in a multiplayer like this, and you're like, damn it, arms, shoot that way, and he's like, legs, go to the left. It sounds pretty crazy. Okay, only brain left, at least I assume it is his brain. They call it the core, but I think it is his brains. Oh boy, this is... like, the previous burst model was a pretty annoying boss, one, if not the only boss which I truly hate in this game, and this burst model, on the contrary, is very enjoyable boss. This is one of the bosses which I truly enjoy, and I love it. I love this boss. I mean, it's just so cool. I mean, just look at it. It's jumping around and you got to fry it, literally. Ain't it amazing, man? Oh, but here comes another cutscene.
Yeah, all of a sudden things were all messed up.
What are we gonna do? This is Hokkaido, Ruffian Central.
At least we won't go hungry. First, let's find a safer spot.
Right. The sun's about to set, so we'll keep watch here tonight.
I wonder if Achi will follow us.
Your instinct brought you here. I think she knows that.
Yeah, there's a lot I want to ask Achi about this transformation.
But Achi would... Let's go to America, Saki. Have a doctor take care of it.
If a doctor can take care of it. If they dissect me, it's over. They're close by. They must be on that road. I'll check it out. Wait here.
You're tough, Saki.
Iron. Iron? Iron?
Alright, here comes the last stage before the last boss, and this part is cool, but at the same time it is the hard one. Oh boy. It is really enjoyable and interesting thing they've done here. I'm not sure if any other game tried to repeat this kind of stuff. It's like a 2 and 5, yeah, something like that. I've already told you once. 2.5D shooter, yeah, but it is not really like Contra. I mean, Contra also tried to insert several, you know, several moments with a different perspective on your typical 2D shooter in its days. Yeah, Contra tried to do something new, but it was different, and this is like, you know, from the other point of view, something different. How to put it? If Contra tried to invent something new, this game kinda tries to take 3D back to the 2D. Yeah, it's kinda tried to make something old with new technologies, and this is kinda cool. I wonder why. Once again, it is kind of conceptual stuff, and I wonder why no one does these concepts nowadays. Well, I actually think I understand why. This is because everything became so business. Nobody wants to risk and nobody wants to lose money. That's why I believe it happens. That's why no one tries to make something new. That's why everyone simply does what has been proven as competent and competent and viable business model that will end up in a profit. And not that much games are trying to do new things, which is pretty disappointing. They think that behind us it is actually unkillable. Oh boy. Alright. Oh damn it. Oh boy, this is a hard moment. I'll stay away from us. Will ya? Come on, come on. Come on, boy. I shouldn't make any mistakes. Oh, come on, jump. All right. We didn't have much life left. We got to reach the checkpoint. Come on, we can do it. Jump. Yeah. Controls. It's all about controls. All right, we made it. Cool. Here comes the checkpoint. And montage cut will come in a moment, I believe. Somewhere around. Oops. Stay away from me, bastard. Somewhere around. Oops. Damn it. Now when will we die? Already? Yeah, here. Yeah, you saw it now. I had to point out my own failure, I suppose, but I really couldn't cut it much better because after you press continue, the game, for whatever reason, changed the camera angle a little bit, and it wasn't the worst of them, by the way. It will be even worse a little bit further down the road, but at least it is the very last, the very last stage, so there is not much of the game left. And I've really tried to cut it as accurately as possible, so pardon me if I failed a couple times. Most of the times I've actually managed to do it, and I'm pretty sure these cuts are mostly unnoticeable. Yeah, this one is definitely noticeable. This larva simmer is actually killable, but it may be pretty tricky to kill. I'll show you what you have to do. First you got to run away from it. Run away. A little bit longer. Life is something you definitely should not miss. Now these guys can be pretty annoying. And damn it. A little bit further. Damn it. Right, just run. Oh, come on, do not shoot it. Now. Yeah, here we are. Now this thing appears and you gotta hit it with your sword and kinda ricochet whatever flies away, whatever flies out of it onto the larva simmer. Oh, but we've died shortly thereafter somewhere here, so here comes another cut. Pardon me. At least you haven't noticed that much cuts on the previous levels, right, people? I mean, I doubt you've noticed them. I've tried to make them... Well, yeah, I've already said that, but I've tried to make them as accurate as possible, but on this level it is simply impossible to make them accurate and you just die that much. All in all, I suppose you'd have 5 or 6 continues for this level. Oh boy. At least you wouldn't need any continues for the last boss, because you see, you get a continue every 100 hits. I mean, this game call it a hit, but it is actually a kill. So every 100 kills, you will get a continue. And on the final boss, well, I guess it is not actually a kill. Yes, let's just stick with the hit, because sometimes you just gotta destroy a part of the enemy to get a hit. Yeah, all in all, on the last boss it is pretty easy to get another 100. Did I say 1000 before? Yeah. Either way, it is pretty easy to get a 100 hits and get another continue before dying, so on the final boss you are pretty much guaranteed to get a continue before a restart. So the final boss, if you get to the final boss, it is kind of foolproof thing. But on the final level, before the final boss, yeah, You gotta have a 5 or 6 continues to make it a sure shot, so to say. And if you do not have them, well, good luck to ya, but it is, you know, it is most likely a failed try. And here comes the man-seamer, which I assume is a human ruffian, mutated human. Which, you know, yeah, still a mystery to me. I'm still not sure what the ruffians is, as I've said on the very first stage. Oh, but here we come to the end of it. Almost finished, damn it. Oh, my throat hurts. Oh, my throat hurts from talking so much. Oh, it hurts, boy. Ah, but okay. Here they come kneeling, and we shoot them either way because they deserve it, and you deserve it as well. If only you were killable, bastard.
So, you've finally come.
What have you done to Iron?
I put her to sleep is all.
Why are you doing this?
I was testing your feelings. Look at yourself. Half of you is refusing Iron. That's why you look that way.
I'm not refusing her. Obviously, our hearts are growing closer. But in our hearts, there is still fear. There are still doubts. There are still places and feelings that can't be opened yet. We need more time to fully accept one another. We fought alongside you believing you would save humanity, but you're using us as weapons with a different goal in mind.
Uh-huh. You're still in training. You'll always be on the front line. That's useless.
Ow!
That's better.
Is this what works on you? Iron!
Saki?
Can you hold on to my heart?
Oh, and here comes the final boss. By the way, I've noticed several mistakes in the video, and damn it, this means I'll have to re-render this thing for the 3rd time before I'll be able to post it, damn it! Oh, the cutscene is not over yet, I remembered it, yeah, there's still some more.
The old Earth will rise soon, killed by the very people it fed. When I take its place, I will not make the same mistake. What I need is a god of war to rule the chaos for me. That's you, Saki. You must grow powerful for me. Powerful enough to rule a planet.
She's just replacing the Earth?
Invade?
Will she lead all humanity away?
What's best for me is all that matters.
Saki.
I understand. I am of this planet.
Yeah, you may not agree with me, but I find these cutscenes pretty laughable, even though they tell the story, and I'd say good enough story to get, you know, say, invested into it, to feel yourself immersed into it, something like that. Yeah, the cutscenes are still pretty laughable. I mean, they're full of that Japanese stuff. I mean, he's just asking her to hold to his heart, like he's asking her to hold his beer. Hold on to my heart, will ya? Damn it. And the fact that the voice acting is so, you know, on a I don't give a fuck what I'm saying level just doesn't help it as well. I find it pretty laughable. Well, whatever. We just have this final boss to pass, and that will be the end of the game. And once again, while the cutscenes may be not at the top of the line, it doesn't matter because the gameplay is just that good. It may not seem as much, it's just a colorful sphere floating in front of you, throwing stuff at you, but it is just so enjoyable. I mean, I find it pretty enjoyable simply to watch for it. And I hope you guys do it as well. And I'm just saying, yeah, it is twice as enjoyable actually shooting it. Even though I'm not the one shooting it in this playthrough, it was twice as enjoyable actually shooting this thing. One might wonder how it is possible to make a gameplay this good out of so simple concepts, out of so simple mechanics, and out of so simple things. I mean, yes, it is just a floating sphere. Oh boy. And here we go. Just a little bit more left. Alright, yeah. Not much left of the Earth, but yeah. I'm pretty sure we'll rebuild from it soon enough. From whatever's left of it. Hey, victory, hooray, yeah. Done did it.
The old Earth will die soon, killed by the very people it fed.
Where's Archie?
She's gone, but she dragged us into it right up to the end. Japan's a mess. What are we gonna do now?
When I was little, I always wanted to be a cop. Do you think they'd hire me now?
Yeah, they would. You could kill all the ruffians yourself.
Not by myself, I couldn't. I'd need you to protect me.
Want to take them on? Together?
Let's do it! At least that way we can have some fun.
Yeah, because killing living things is really darn fun, you know, spilling blood and guts all over the place, it's darn funny. One more thing I believe I forgot to mention, thing is, as this game was never released in US, it never got an official English translation, so therefore I am using a fan translation which, as far as I can tell, is pretty good, and what's the best of it, it actually translates this last cutscene, which do not have a voiceover, it only has subtitles. And that translation actually translates it as well, which is the main reason to use it. And I think I'll include it in my download link. Yeah, that's it, I believe. That's the final cutscene, and I'll leave you with it, cats. Thanks for being with me. Hope you like the game. Hope you'll try it for yourself. Stay tuned for more. Good luck.